So this is going to be a complete guide on how I would actually start a complete brand new EI model from scratch, right? And as you can see here, we've got the whiteboard out again because I feel like it's easier to actually explain stuff, right? My handwriting's not the best, but this is going to be the easiest way for me to explain you exactly what I would do step by step. From obviously creating and designing the models, learning different things, learning how to market, all that stuff, right? I've got it all written down here, and I'm going to expand on every single one of these points here. Because I know a lot of you out there will actually struggle with, you know, the steps to actually create the EI model, whether it's just getting started, knowing where to go, how to market, what to learn, just you know, all them basic steps, right? And I'm going to provide a bunch of value here and how you can start, right? So the first one here we've got, if you can't read it because of my handwriting, is create and design the EI model, right? That's the exact first thing what I would do, right? What I would learn how to do. So of course it seems very basic, but I'm going to go more in depth with it, right? And when I say create and design the EI model, I mean making something extremely unique what's going to stand out from the crowd. Like what I see a lot in EI models is they will make a blonde girl who's got nothing unique about her, right? Instead, what I would do is I would spend 30 minutes or even longer, an hour, right, just coming up with ideas what my EI model could look like, right? I'd create a whole persona around her, so what her name is, her age, her hobbies, what she's interested in, why is she unique, right? And I would spend a good amount of time figuring that out for yourself, right? It's better than just having the normal blonde girl who's got a big bum, she's got big tits, and everyone's done that, right? There's nothing special about that EI model, right? You've got to create and design and figure out something what's extremely unique and something where you can actually make something of it, right? You can actually turn that person into an influencer as such, right? Because a lot of the people out there, all it is just boring content, and the fans have seen it all before, so they all feel and they end up creating EI models. So you want to be unique, right? Spend 30 minutes to an hour, go on ChatGPT, look at the market, see what's working, and figure out a niche and figure out what's working, right? So a niche. I apologise, my handwriting is awful, right? But a niche. A niche is an interest what your model has, something what like makes her different from the rest of the market, okay? So for instance, she may be a football girl. And that means all of her reels, all of her marketing is going to be based around football. She's going to be kicking football, she's going to be naming players, naming teams, all that stuff, right? That's going to make her stand out from the market. Or you could have something where, I don't know, maybe she's a dentist, right? Then her reels are going to be around being a dentist, or I gave a client a fill-in, if you get what I mean. Like just funny reels, right? What's got to do with that niche? So I would pick an extremely unique niche, find something on Instagram, what looks like it's doing well, but you haven't seen it much often, and stick with that niche, right? It's better than just being your normal girl who wears bikinis, she does try on hauls, she's got different outfits on, what's sexual, right? The marketing's boring and you can't really do something what actually like stands out from the crowd, what's going to get you a bunch of subscribers and money, right? You have to pick a niche where it's going to make you stand out. The thing is with niches, once you actually have a niche, you've captured an audience, right? So say you are in the football niche, a bunch of people who's interested in football is going to get a better connection with your EI model, meaning they're more likely to subscribe and send a bunch of money. So that's step number one, right? Spend 30 minutes on a model, figure out a niche, what it's going to look like, make it unique, right? And once you've done that, or when you're in the process of that, you want to learn Comfy UI plus EI. So Comfy UI is an EI platform where you can literally make anything on it, right? It's open source, it's incredibly hard to learn, that's why I'm saying learn it early, so you know, right? But it's basically just an open source AI platform where you can do more or less anything with it. You can make pictures, you can make videos, image to video, text to video, all that stuff, right? And you want to learn this, right? Just search up Comfy UI on YouTube. There's hundreds of tutorials out there, but you want to learn that. And the reason for that is it is the most diverse and it's the highest quality AI generator what is available right now. And when I see plus AI on here, you also want to learn how to make AI video for your Instagram Reels and marketing. And what I'd recommend for that is something called Kling AI, as it's more or less the best right now, right? It's a website online, it's really easy to use. All you've got to Google is Kling.ai. Google that and you'll come across a website, right? All you do is put an image in, put a prompt in, and it gives you a video based off that. So you want to learn that in Comfy UI, right? Inside Comfy UI, you want to learn something called Flux. And the reason you want to learn Flux is because it is the highest quality image generator right now, right? It's ultra realistic and it's pretty easy to use, right? It's the best quality and it's absolutely amazing. That's what you want to look at inside of Comfy UI. So Flux Plus. The handwriting's bad, but that's his Flux and that's his Comfy UI. Learn them too, and your model will be some of the highest quality on the market. Because the thing is, right, a lot of people when they enter this business, they just go for the free softwares online, which are complete dog shit basically, right? They go for the free software, what requires no skill, and the competition's going for the highest quality, right? If you want to succeed, you need to be above your competition. You need to make sure that your model is future-proof, it's high quality, the subs don't know that it's AI. You just want to be ahead of the game, and that's what you're going to get with Comfy UI and Flux. So make sure you learn them instead of learning these bullshit platforms what everyone's promoting, like Picasso, like Genfluence, stuff along the lines of that, right? I'm not saying they're awful, but if you want to succeed in this, you should be learning the skill of Comfy UI in proper AI stuff, right? That's what you want to be doing. Then step number 3 is learn to market the platforms, right? Usually, or more than likely, you want to learn what Instagram is, like how to market on Instagram, how the reels go viral, what's a hook, how can I make the audience stay, how can I stand out from the crowd, right? You want to learn 2 marketing platforms and you want to master them, right? The reason I say 2 is because if you try and do all of them, right, you're like, see you've got a glass of water, right? And you can either have one big full glass of water, which is your marketing, so you've got a large quantity, or you can spread it out between 10 things and you've only got a small amount. You're best off splitting it between 2 to 3 marketing platforms simply so you don't burn out, right? Master 1 or 2 platforms that then expand out, right? And the reason it's 2 as well is in case one fails. Say you have an Instagram and a Twitter and they're both doing decently well, but say one of them gets banned, you've still got the other one to fall back on. While if you only had Twitter and the Twitter gets banned, your traffic source is gone, you've got to restart. But if you've got 2, you've got a safety net, you're safe, right? So learn 2, and what I would recommend is Instagram and Threads. I've said this on many videos, but that's what I would recommend, right? And there's a few reasons for this, right? So we'll start off with Instagram. Instagram, it's more long term. It's going to take a while for you to actually figure out, like how to figure out the system and how to actually get followers and views. While Threads is the complete opposite. It's incredibly fast, right? You can get views, you can get subs within the matter of a week, which of course it's good when you're starting out, so you've actually got confidence and you're getting subs rolling in. But the difference is Instagram is a shit ton higher quality subs, right? You can get subs what are going to spend thousands on Instagram, while Threads, it's really unlikely and the spend quality isn't the best. So that's why I recommend both of them, right? As well is because Instagram and Threads, they go hand in hand. Both of them, they're basically the same platform, right? They're owned by Meta. So when someone finds you on Threads, they'll go over to your Instagram and follow you on Instagram, which of course it boosts your Instagram, so it works extremely well. So if you are enjoying the video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave any recommendations in the comments below, whether it's good or bad, right? It all helps me improve these videos and actually make you get more knowledge, right? But back onto it. Instagram and Threads, I recommend them because they go hand in hand, all that stuff, right? But that's not to say that you can't use other platforms. So you've got other platforms, you've got Reddit, you've got YouTube Short, which I don't know if people use them still, dating apps, Twitter, Reddit, and just all that, right? You've got all them traffic sources. If you have expertise in one of them or you've used them before, go for it, right? If you happened to do, I don't know, Reddit marketing for like a real OnlyFans model, then go do Reddit marketing. You've got that expertise, expand on it, use it in another business, right? I'm not saying just use these, use any traffic source what you believe is going to be good for you. When I first started, I started out using Reddit and that was working extremely well for me, even as an ER model, getting banned a bunch, it was working extremely well. So you can use any traffic source, it's just a matter of fact of mastering them, right? Stick to 2 and master both of them before you actually move on and expand, you know, your system and all that stuff, right? But once you've learned that, of course, you've learned all the platforms, it's time to actually monetize the audience what you have. And you do that through a website called FanView. FanView. Right, so this is just an alternative to OnlyFans. The only difference is you can actually use AI models on it. So if you try to go on OnlyFans, your account will get banned because they don't allow AI. Well, FanView, they allow completely AI models as long as it's in like the terms and services and the agreements and all that stuff, right? So some of the agreements is you have to disclose that your model's AI and a bunch of other things. Check their website. But basically, your AI model can get paid on there, right? It's a version of OnlyFans. You can post new content, chat subscribers, send tips, all that stuff. You want to make one of these because that's how you're going to get monetized from your traffic and your marketing. The subs are going to go over to FanView, you're going to chat with them, they're going to pay, all that stuff, right? And you want a funnel. So I made a video on a funnel which I will leave in the description of how you can actually do a good funnel. But to sum it up, what you want is a landing page such as Linktree, Beacons, Link.me, all them, and you want that in the bio of your Instagram. And in that landing page is going to be the FanView link, right? Because on Instagram you can't put 18+ links directly in, so we use a landing page for a safety net basically, so they can't ban you. So that's what you want to do, right? And you need to do your bio, you need to do a profile picture, a banner, all that stuff on FanView, and you need to optimize it as much as possible. And once your FanView is actually built out, that's when you can start actually sending subs over and getting paid, right? The thing is, before you actually launch your FanView and your monetization, you want to make sure it's completely done out. Make sure it's got pictures on there, they've got likes so it looks authentic, it's actually got that social proof element to it. You want to take as much precautions as possible to make sure you actually have a good chance of getting subscribers. Like I say, check the video on conversions because that's got a lot of information in it on how you can actually monetize and have a good funnel. But basically, when it comes down to monetization, right, once you've got the sub on FanView, it all comes down to chatting and your sales skills. If you've been in normal OnlyFans management and you have real models, I guarantee you your chatting skills are already great. There's many chatting guides out there on YouTube. But you just want to chat the subs and just basically get as much money out of them as possible by selling pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is just images what's more explicit and requested by fans what you sell for a price point, right? So on your main feed, you may have lingerie pics, bikini pics, and just like, you know, the usual OnlyFans stuff. What you don't want is nude pictures on your main OnlyFans feed, because that means all the incentive to buy pay-per-view is lost, right? The only time you sell nude pictures is to fans in pay-per-view when you're actually getting paid for them nude pictures. So if you have enjoyed the video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you did enjoy the whiteboard content, please leave a comment down below if it works better, you like it, you hear it, whatever it is, right? But if you follow these 4 points here, your AI model will be good. Especially number one. Number one's probably the most important, right? And that's simply because when everyone's, like, if you have a shit start, it's going to be shit the entire way through. Make sure you've got a good start, make sure your model's unique, she's got a niche, and you can actually make content around that niche, then you will stand out and actually not suffer like everyone else, right? All these people with the blonde bimbos, they all suffer simply because there's so many of them out there that don't stand out in the market, so they get no subs, and when they get no subs, they get no money. So make sure you stand out, follow all these, learn marketing, learn AI, monetization is probably the easiest part. All you do is do a FanView and get a sales team or learn how to sell yourself. But that's all, see ya.